Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of News Tower. I've been playing this for ages now. I'm really addicted to the game. Excuse me. Anyway, in the last episode we finished off our printer, so that is now the full extent of the printer, and I think this is not a bad way of using it. So we will spend a bit of cash and then add an extra floor. I guess we will extend the elevator up there as well, so at least we've got some access there. And this now means this is our photography floor. I think what I will be doing is we will be looking at a few different things that we need to do. So to go over here to photography, we'll unlock that, which is actually the only thing we can unlock with the influence we have available. So we'll leave it be. We're not gonna really buff it in any way, shape, or form over here. We're just gonna kind of build what we need from a photography perspective. We've got a bit of money left, so we should be okay. So let's see what it is that we need for photography. So photographer's desk. So we'll start off with that maybe on this side, right? And then what do we also need? We need a dark room. Alternatively, we can move this to the middle. We can put the dark room on the one side here, and then we need. So the let's just go back. Let's just see the process here. So the photographer comes back with photo negatives, right? Then from photo negatives, it goes to a photo, and then the repro camera converts the photo or a draft graphic into a halftone, and then the chemical engraver converts the halftone into engraved graphic. So I guess we need all of these steps, but potentially we have this one here, and we've got both of those, right? And they rarely do any real work, right? So maybe, I guess what I'm suggesting is we don't need much more than what we've got over here, apart from the fact that they're already over there. So anyway, I guess that's basically it, really. So let's quickly finish off our dark room, and because it's so let's just move this to the very edge there. And then in order to counter this, let's make sure we grab a sink as well. Actually, so we'll do something like this, right? So the dark room can be pretty standard and tiny. We'll add a fan to the mix, I guess, and we'll add a vent in there. And this is dark, right? It's as simple as that. And it can counter smell actually. Let's stash this one. Go here. Smell can be counted by tile wallpaper. Okay. And then what we could do is maybe put the smaller fan on this side, so there's room for the dark room light or something of that nature. For the time being, what we'll do is we'll need a couple of lights in here. We'll go with some prestigious lights. So the one will go, I guess, right over here. And then maybe another one, yeah, approximately there. And then what I'm keen on doing is going to our standard trick by adding yet another bathroom on this side. What I want to do is add a wall. So at least now we've got a little bit of extra room, so we can maybe start thinking about a few other bits and pieces. So do we still have an extra light? We do, so we'll add a light in there. We do need the bathroom tiles. Let's just do the bathroom tile there. And interestingly, that's not quite enough, so we'll do the added vent up here, and that should close out all of our issues there. So I guess these two should be sufficient, and we may be able to rejig this a little bit to work a little bit differently. Oh, are we still not done? I thought we had everything we needed over here. Anyway, that's all good. So that the bathroom should be fine. We also want to give them some food and drink over here. What I'll do is I'll just add it on this side, so we've at least got that dispenser there ready to go. Now we need someone that can do this, and we also need a photographer. Now Helen is a photographer, but not great, right? And then from a production perspective, we don't have anybody that can. That's a darkroom technician. Okay, so let's spin this one. So that's a darkroom technician right there, right? And this is saying Smelly works 35% faster, but has low personal hygiene and smells. Yikes! Its act barrier, however, granting immunity to all smell discomfort. It's the only one we have at the moment. So let's pop Beth in there and see about getting that sorted out. And now, well, that room is supposed to be managing the smell. And then on the other side, we want a photographer, and I'm hoping we can get a better photographer than that. This one is already better. Nocturnal, unaffected by darkness, which help for the dark room. I guess Monica will be our photographer over there. So now we at least have a photographer in play as well. We don't have anything to buff them with just yet, and we don't really have the influence points to deal with that. So we'll keep an eye and see how this all works, but for the time being, this should be good. What I will do is let's just grab things like a clock or something, right? Just so that there's a little bit of extra good stuff in here, right? A little bit of extra good vibes, and maybe a small pot plant over there to kind of counter things a little bit. Is there anything else we can do here, right? Just to manage the smell a little bit more, right? So let's do, let's add a couple more vents to this whole setup, right? That should get us pretty close. Wow, lots and lots of vents going in here to try and counter whatever we have in this location. Okay, well, anyway, that's the situation right there. That is a dark room. Okay, so let's quickly see what are we after. Lots of scoops, and we're after paying bribes, right? Remember, we want to be paying bribes. Okay, so that's everything. Let's get going on an ad. So Tristan, grab the ad there. We'll start working on that straight away. We are after economy, society, and entertainment, right? So let's do economy, society, and entertainment as a starting point. So let's run those and see if we can find something there that helps. Let's stack that in there. Let's grab a couple more rounds of paper. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's pop in there and see. Okay, start with a scoop. We need this guy, which is good. So let's see, who can we get in here straight away? So I guess let's get Tatiana in there. That didn't quite help. And I guess that means we don't really need Audrey in there. So we'll put Beth in there with the view that we'll cover that one off next time. We want to pay bribes, right? So let's make sure to grab this story. We'll get Audrey in here. We will go ahead and pay our very expensive bribe. Okay. Then we still have Edith available. I guess we'll make a start with this story right here because we'll get the bombshell. Let's do that. We've got 3 lawsuits, which we should be able to cover quite easily. And then from a politics point of view, we now have a photographer that we can push it through that way. So I guess let's try and put Sarah onto this. We don't have anybody for economy, so let's get Sarah on there. That's not really helping us much just yet. Over here, what is happening? We've got all of these open, but we're waiting on people, right? So I guess my view is that we could grab a few extra reporters. Let's quickly have a look. In terms of reporters, I wouldn't mind actually grabbing Francis over here because this is not a bad one. A big eater, nutrition stat decreases more slowly, which is okay, but they're not really the skills that I'm after. If I look at this this list here, I just want to see. So what am I missing? Crime is really our lowest item here. We don't really need more entertainment people, but really crime is the one, and then anything but entertainment to kind of level things out. So if we're hiring, crime definitely useful. Society, okay, and entertainment, I guess, is is an option. Should we? I mean, that's a fairly good skill set. Chance of adding a forecast tag to horoscopes. Chance of unlocking the next story file within the news. I kind of like the idea. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to grab a few extra reporters. So let's grab a few extra reporters' desks in here. We might just leave them. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4 reporters' desks, right? And we'll quickly hire a few reporters. So let's grab. We'll grab Francis over here, and then we'll spin it again to see if we can get some better tags. Actually, this Peter isn't too bad, right? Let's get Peter as well. And then let's spin it and see what we get. Sport. Ooh, lucky. I'm definitely. Oh, but this is a photographer as well. Anyway, I think this is okay. Won't be able to work as a photographer, but we're going to go with that, right? And so all of these are crime, right? Let's just double check skills here. So they're all kind of crime. So we can do a bit of a crime board there, and we can't spin it again. So I guess that's going to be it. So if we wanted to grab an extra one, we can get Surge up there, which is sports and society. So let's do a little bit of that. So we've hired a bunch of extra people here. We'll go and... what I might do is I might just quickly unassign here you, and we'll unassign you. And then over here, I would put Peter, please. And we'll, on this side, put, there we go. So I guess if we do that, that means, oh, no, they're all sport. Oh, no, they're not all sport. So we'll put a sports board up there for them. Let's quickly grab a few different things that we can at least buff them with. So crime, let's see, a crime board. Oh, we can't get all of them together. So I guess what we'll do is we'll put a crime board up there, and we'll put another crime board over this way. We'll put some wanted posters in between here, one there, and we'll do the other one over there. Make a little bit of room. We'll grab economy. Yeah, grab a bit of economy over there. We'll even do the economy flip chart if we wanted to. Oh, did I put this in anywhere? We'll do a bit of entertainment there and a bit of entertainment here. We'll grab a bit of a poster, do another poster there. Under politics, who's got politics? No one. Society, who's got society? Okay. And I guess that means we'll do something like this as well, and potentially even something like that. Not sure that's useful, really. And then we've got the sports people on this side. So we'll grab that one there and that one there. And then the sports have been buffed. We don't necessarily need to buff anybody else over here. So I guess that's a good chunk of reporters that's now been buffed in this particular area. So let's quickly go back. Now we should be able to at least start running the story again. So now we've got Lucky, right? Which I guess we can use her straight away over here. Let's just quickly see what else we have. These we still have to wait on. This one over here is influential. I guess we can just kind of slowly start doing little bits of this story as well, because we want that. Let's go over here. We can get Yona over there to start working on that piece. And we're still waiting over here, and we'll get a photographer to go over there. Okay, perfect. So I've added a bunch more people in here. From an entertainment perspective, we do have the ability to go and grab this. So let's see. If we put Francis onto it, we have the ability to potentially unlock it straight away. but that did not work. So we'll have to just hang around and see what happens. Keep going. Okay, over here we now. We're missing doing this side of the story. Okay, I forgot about that. Let's pop in here and see about the next piece here. Again, waiting on some more people. Waiting. It's a waiting game. So what I'm going to do is let's start moving these stories in so that we can reuse these people. That's it, right? Oh, no, there's more. And even more. Wow, lots and lots. Okay, now let's see. Go back, try do that again. We should have someone that can pick this up for us. Yes, please go, Beth. Go and do that. Let's get the next one here. Actually, let's do this. See if that works. No, it did not. Oh, I could have used Audrey, to be honest. What else are we waiting on? Things should be moving. Yeah, all of this is being worked on. And then just want to double check this one. Yeah, we're practically done with this as well. Okay, good stuff. We'll move a few more things through. Okay, ads. Let's quickly pop into the ads. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so this one, we'll get the illustrator to start working on that, and we'll straight away get Tristan to start working on that one as well. And then we pop back in here and see what this is all about. We can't go the photography route over here. We'll have to go up here, and I guess we'll just do that. See about getting that tag pulled. Okay, excellent. Keep moving. Let's pause it there and quickly look at reassigning who needs to be reassigned where and so on. I'm not sure this is super useful. I'm not sure we can really chase that one right now anyway, so we'll just leave it there for a second. Send your stories up to wherever they need to go. Wow, more people. We'll dump these stories. We might need more typesetters now with all of these reporters going all over the show. That is underway. This is underway, and we'll get the photographer to do that one shortly. And this is underway. So really, we're just waiting now. Dump a few more of these things in here. What is done? Let's have a look here. Okay, photographer. Monica, get out there and go and do the photography piece. Excellent. Okay, what do we have? I guess we're doing it, right? So let's, we can send Audrey that way so that it unlocks this thing straight away. And then we'll get Edith in there as well so that we can get the story moving a little bit quicker. Right? I guess they can slowly send up all of their stuff. From an ads perspective, what are we doing? Tristan, get going on the next one, please. Just so we have it going. Do we do this one? I think so, because it is a silver tag. So let's go and do that one. We are still waiting on a few stories, though. Do that. I need to do... Let's do 2 more stacks of paper. Ads are still going. Oh my goodness, we've got a lawsuit up here. Let's quickly get that to the lawyer. Eventually, we don't have enough people to haul stuff around, so we might have to look at adding some more people in that kind of category as well. Still missing a lot of these tags, though. A lot of these scoops. That's influence straight away, so let's make a start on that one. More paper here. Okay. Any other stories coming our way? Yeah, shortly. Okay, let's pop in here. Another entertainment story. Plus a photographer could work on that. Plus that gives us one of these, but it's not the scoop we are looking for. I guess let's get Francis to work on it, or Sarah. I think Francis, grab it. Excellent. And as soon as Monica's back, Monica can go out and grab that piece of the story as well. We can start working on this with Beth. So Beth, what are we getting? 3 more lawsuits right over there. Okay, that's there. Let's just double check all of these quickly. That's done. That'll be done. And this one needs someone shortly. Okay. More lawsuits coming our way. Audrey, let's just drop your piece over there. Get more lawsuits up where we want to go. Something's done. Let's just look at this. Monica, not quite here yet. And over here, we can send Audrey out this way, potentially get even more lawsuits coming our way. No, luckily that's been dodged. Okay, we'll do that. More lawsuits. Keep going. And keep going. Okay. Now, Edith and Iona, just kind of do a little bit of manual handling here, just a tad, and see if we can move people to the next piece. Now, we're waiting on Monica, who's still out doing some photos. 16 hours. We may have to get multiple photographers, I think. If we're really going to do photography, we might need to do multiple photographers. And I guess we don't really have room for multiple photographers at the moment. We're still waiting on some scoops, though, right? So maybe we should, kind of point a few away so we can keep moving on some of these other items. So hang on, we found this. So this one will be in crime and society. So maybe let's drop that one. This one will be crime and entertainment. Okay, and then this one can be appear anywhere. So really, that's what we're focusing our attention on right now. This is Tatiana. Let's pop that in there. We want to be rushing through these stuff as quickly as we can. Another story. Here we go. This one we have to get. I guess we could use Tatiana to potentially unlock it. Unfortunately not. Over here, still waiting on the photographer. So Monica, keep going. What is this? Okay, so just we can just add these stories to the mix as they go. Yeah, I guess it'll go over there. Fine, and we don't necessarily need to move people around here just yet, right? Everybody's still doing their bit, right? We've got everything going. 3 more hours on Monica over there. Okay, one more story. Okay, more crime. Still waiting on a couple of these tags. Ooh, I like that. I'm going for the influence instead, right? So let's go with Beth. Go over to you. Get the influence over there. Okay, is this this Monica, right? At least one of these should be Monica. Yes. Okay. So where does this go? This goes to the dark room, and then we can send Monica out straight away to go and grab this one over here. Almost done there, and that's fine. Perfect. Okay, everybody's moving along. I think we can. There's another ad we can do. So let's get Kristen to the ad, and then there's some more stories there. 9 left though, and this is the extra one we're after. So let's get Edith out there to grab that one. Over here we're opening up, so we need to. Well, we can do both of them really. So the question is, do we run lucky over here? I think so. Let's do that. No spies. Good. That helps a lot. And then we'll get Paulina on that side. And hopefully that's a pretty awesome story for us to be running. Let's move things through there. Okay. What's next? I think that's everything we need, right? So now we can just kind of grab a few extra pieces that may be of interest to us. We need to do a bribe still. Okay, so we need to get through these stories so we can get the bribe going. Okay, let's double check it. One of these needs to have, something needs to have a bribe somewhere, right? This is a pretty good one. We've got enough people for it. We do have enough people for it. Anyway, we might be generating more lawsuits, but let's work on this one. Excellent. Lawsuits dodged. Excellent. That's perfect. This one, I'm not sure we need to do this one though. So let's recycle that one since we don't have the people anyway. That's underway, and this is underway, and we do need to pay another bribe. So it basically means we need to get through these stories so we can get to the bribe, right? There we go. That's the bribe. I'm paying for the bribe regardless of whether we're actually doing the story or not. Paying for the bribe. Lawsuit for that? Nah, that's fine. So does that count? That counts. So let's go recycle that even after paying the bribe. Okay, lots and lots of stuff happening over here. So I guess now we're actually through everything. We just need to make sure we get our stories out of the door. Another bribe, which you don't really need. Oh, we just need to perform two bribes. So I'm not going to do that one. A sports story over here with some influence, if you will. So I guess let's just go with that one. Getting the influence points there is important. And then what we need to have a bit of a look at is whether all of our scoops are making it to the end, right? That's fine. All of our scoops are already out. Yeah, so I guess we're okay with the scoops, I think. Okay, what else do we have up on here? We may as well do it. Just because we don't need to worry too much more. Let's do that one as well. It's a bit of a... Probably never going to run that story. Let's send the negative up here to the dark room straight away. So we've got that good to go. And then we'll move some of these stories around also. Oh, interesting. Okay, more stories. I'll grab it because it's got a couple of tags at least. We may very well run that one. Move another story up here. Fine. All good. Everybody's coming in. Oh, we're out of stories. We've got all of our stories running. So let's have a quick look here to see. We've got all the ads done as well. Okay. This is Saturday. This is Monday. This is Monday. So where are we struggling with this? It's going to the chemical engraver now. Yes, really? That's right, isn't it? So where is this one? Can I find this one? Oh, it's already there. So you need to go here. Okay, maybe we can manage this a little bit. That one will be done. This one will be done. This one will be done. This one will be done, and this one will be done. So I just need to manage this process a little bit. So I guess we need to work a little bit on what we can do potentially with these items here. So now this guy is, we just need to finish this one off. And once that's done, we will, okay, where is this going? This needs to go down to an assembly table. So I guess do that there, please. Let's start the assembly. Don't want them to necessarily be getting... what we'll do is we'll move you back to your station. And maybe we can get this one done. We'll see if we can try that. Get you in there. Start work on that. How long does that take? 5 hours. So how is this going now? Not sure. We'll see. I think we can. I think we can still beat this guy. Yeah, yeah. We're still on today, and once you're done here, I'll just manually move you down. So I think this is where we need to have a bit of a look at the pneumatic tubes. Make sure we are getting it done properly. So we've got this piece here, and it now needs to go down to whoever can assemble. So go and assemble over there, and that I guess should get us ready to go by, not even the end of the day. Everything else is done, right? So whether we were just waiting. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's done now. So everything really is done. We're ready, got through all the stories. We're just waiting on this little one here, and then that should be good. We did skip a couple of stories, but maybe not even significantly so. Okay, done. All of those stories are done. So let's have a look at what we're after. So really, we want to be going a little bit to the left. If we look at our top tier stories, ooh, look at this. Look at this. This is sensational. What has influence points? Wow, so many of them have influence points actually. How many have golden tags? So we could potentially start with something like this, and then see what else we've got. We don't have any other explosive items, but we can very much run these two for some boosts, right? That works quite well, right? Gets us all the way down here, which means now we can start coming back a little bit, which I'm guessing is going to be this one. And then what else do we run this one with? Any more statements, maybe? Oh, yeah, but that one I think I want to run by itself because it's got a lot of its own things here, right? So we look at dirt, for instance, maybe. Not really. These items you could be running. Something like this could work in that spot. And even something like this could work here as a bit of a double one there. Excellent. So that helps us out a little bit. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now we need, if we're doing this one, let's just have a look at anything for prime. Okay. Yes, we can do this and that. Okay, now we want to go back to the left. Silver tags preferably. Okay, that one. And do we have any other educational items? No. I guess we had the educational item up here. Were there anything else in society that we could potentially put in here? This one will actually double stack pretty nicely there. Politics and unrest. It will actually stack quite nicely in here. It is going to be a bit of a drop, but that's okay. What it means is we can run the education item here. Right? Be really good. And then we could also run some more economy in here as well. A little bit of alarming economy maybe. That's fine. We are still missing a few of the items we have to print. Let's see. So now we've got two more pages. One to go left, one to go right. Okay, so I guess we'll go right. And then see, I think we still have a little bit of fame that we can run in there. And any other politics or like this maybe. Yes, to at least get the influence going. And then we need to be going to the left again. So left again over here. So we go back into that spot. And now we'll see. Have we got everything? We've got everything in there. So I might be convinced to run that one for the influence. And then what else do we have? Do we have we've got a pretty nifty little 750 over there, right? To get a bit of cash going. 563,000. If we wanted to do something like this, that's not really helpful. We do have another sports story, which I guess won't be too helpful either, because this one did actually work quite well like that. Okay, so I guess that is it. That's going to be the stories. Stack them reasonably well, I think. Could potentially be min-maxing them a little bit more, maybe, but I guess that's okay. Informational, got that gap perfectly there. 14 influence points, lots of ad revenue as well. Let's run it. Let's just double check we've got this done. I think, well, we can't do anything about it now, but I think we did perform those. So let's do that. Perfect. Starting to run a few more ads at least, getting a little bit more ad revenue. Another record. Excellent. Hidden agenda plus that's lots of money there. Got all of these going. That means we've got the international tower ready to go now. Continuing up this ladder here for the mafia and their hidden agendas. We got into the open spot there. It's good. Can't believe we're not actually getting anything. It's mainly giving us grief now. We're not actually winning anything here. More ads will be available. Good. We should, we have increased this budget quite a lot due to adding all of those extra reporters, plus a photographer and the lot. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Looks like you've done well, kid. The paper's thriving, and now you're the great publisher. Huh? I see there's no room for the man who built it all. Fine, I can take a hint, but mark my words. In this business, fortunes turn faster than headlines. You haven't seen the last of me yet. One way or another, I'll write myself back into the story. Your favorite uncle. Okay, interesting. I wasn't quite sure that there's still actually story there. But anyway, good to know. Here we have got print politics with no real benefit to us. Avoid printing politics and crime. That is a very tough ask. 2 base items. That's really tough. Print economy the most. I guess this is something that could be of interest. And print at least 1 high society. This would be fairly reasonable to do. Print at least 1 risky, which I haven't actually seen. Might be interesting to do this one as well for a little bit of influence points. Let's go with this one for now. So we'll print economy the most. And then where can we move into? I guess we've kind of picked up everything. The only thing we could maybe do is pick up one of these that we missed out on previously. Just to kind of close out the district. There's a couple of them that we missed out on, 1 or 2. Let's add that one. We'll pick that one up, and that should help us with being able to print economy the most, I think. And I guess we'll leave it there. Lots of influence points, lots of money. So now we can maybe look at what we can do to kind of further expand our building a little bit, move things around, get the reporters into certain rooms, things like that. We now have a lot of reporters, by the way, so we can run through a fair bit. We might need more typesetting. We might need another photographer, but I guess that's kind of where we're at now. So let's get into it, and I'll leave the episode there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.